Hi, I'm Ann. Um, Here's my disclaimer first. I'm not a guru, messenger, teacher, or counselor. I'm passing off messages I've received telepathically or things I have seen. Or things I've experienced or observed. The topic of this segment is doing things outside of yourself and paying attention to your higher self. Before moving further, I would like to say this. Any energy, thought form not of my choosing, or anything that is not aligned with my sovereignty is severed. No, no, you do not belong to me, and I do not consent to your presence. Leave my field and do not return. I seal all entry points across time, space, and dimension. I'm visualizing a violet flame through my body, pushing the entity out, and, and I seal my aura with golden light. I cleanse this space and all bodies inhabited, physical, mental, and spiritual. No force may hide or remain. I am free. Okay. I was supposed to do this vlog before the previous one I just did, but I had to close out the spell placed on me by the warlock. I had to do it publicly. All right. So what I want to speak to you about today, you don't need to do things outside of yourself to increase your vibrational frequency. There is an old Jamaican saying, shortcut draws blood. You need to put in the work and do things the right way, or else you'll get effed up. Anyone convincing you to do things outside of yourself, such as taking drugs, smoking weed, or whatever, is trying to keep you in the simulation. Okay, so if they engage in those activities, they are stuck here and they just want to keep you here with them. Be wise and use your intuition and to vet what's being said. If they dangle riches in your face or ramp up the fear mongering, they want to keep you here. If you become attached to wealth and materialism, you will get stuck in this simulation. You can't take anything with you. So don't get too caught up with all these things. Yes, it means to an end, but don't like, oh, I want my money. I want to make six figures. Don't get obsessed with making all this money, okay? Just make sure you're comfortable, and that's all you need to do, okay? You don't have to exaggerate what you have. By the same token, if you are stuck in the fear-mongering loop, you will get trapped here in the simulation. Use your thoughts to get you out of anything. You've seen me do it on vids where since the warlock doesn't want me to speak, it may project psychic interferences towards me to affect my throat. That's just my index card. Yeah. All of a sudden, my throat gets hoarse to prevent you from hearing me. Use your thoughts to will it out of existence. Please understand, the overlords have no spirit. So they rely on you, us, to will their dastardly deeds in existence. It's not a prophecy, but it's predictive programming. It was pre-planned, in other words, in hopes of you executing them by repeating their crap and spreading it all over the place. You're willing it into existence. Okay, you could just will that nonsense out. If they plan to do anything harmful to you, you could will it out of existence. Plain and simple. Yes, you're aware of it, but just don't manifest it or internalize it. Just will it away. Okay? You block, cancel, and rebuke that ish out of existence. Or however you want to will it out, just will it out of existence. Period. Point blank. Okay? Okay, now, so what I'm saying is, okay, so that's why they have the television to project those thoughts into your head, okay? For you to keep repeating their crap. The TV repeats it over and over, and they want you to repeat it over and over too, so you can manifest it. So currently, they have YouTubers doing the same thing like the television. Do you think these people are on your side? Oh, no, they're not. Some of them know how to remote view and access things you have written out so they can say that they've said it first. They won't steal all of your materials as not to cause suspicion. But if you're intuitive enough, you'll notice that it came from your notes. All right? Listen, they will attack each other on the same platform, but they are not the same. But they are on the same team, playing different roles. I used to hold back a lot, but no more. I'm going to call it for what it is. I'm in a different location, so, different setup. All right. So, no, not everything is synchronicity. They're spiritual spies, and that's all I'll say on that topic. Yep, remote viewing and other stuff, and they can spy on you. But there are things you can do to block them. All right, you're gonna have to look that up because I'm dealing with this intrusion from Miss Warlock, so I have to look into that. Your higher self should be your best friend and confidant. Speak to her, or if you are a male, speak to him. Have regular conversations with higher self. Instead of telling people your problems, talk to your higher self or go by the trees. Since your higher self is an advanced version of you, she hears you whenever you speak. You can also ask your higher self to make decisions on your behalf when things get a little chaotic. Your higher self, give me a moment. I block, cancel, and rebuke any projections coming towards me to affect my throat. I block, cancel, and rebuke any kind of projections that's coming in my space to affect my throat. I block, cancel, and rebuke any projections coming in my space to affect my throat. Your higher self, okay. Your higher self is still you, right? Know how to merge the two by realizing that you are the one doing these things. So you are your higher self. She projected herself into you, but it's still you. Okay? All right. Willing that makes sense. The more advanced version who projected herself into you, she knows how to execute things better than you. So there you go. She's more advanced, but she's still you. For example, you get all types of warnings from your animal totem, telling you to be cautious. There are specific tasks you must carry out, and at the same time, being cautious of the messages from your animal totem. Your higher self, pardon me again, I block, cancel, and rebuke any thoughts projected towards me to affect my thoughts. I block, cancel, and rebuke any thoughts projected at me to affect my thoughts. I block, cancel, and rebuke any projections towards me to affect my thoughts. Okay. Your higher self notices the struggle and intervenes and give you an alternative. Okay? She's noticed the struggle. Your animal totem told you to be cautious, and at the same time you have to do all these other things, right? So your higher self intervenes and give you an alternative. For example, someone may call you out of the blue and ask you if you want to do so and so, right? What took place is your higher self telepathically communicating with someone else to give you a way to deal with the situation, because it's so chaotic and you're not sure how to handle it. So she had someone call you. So two actions took place, right? You asked your higher self to make decisions on your behalf, and two, your animal totem told you to be cautious, but you must carry out specific tasks. So your higher self intervened and communicated with someone else to call you. The individual asked if you wanted to do so. It was a telepathic communication, okay? Suddenly it clicked in your mind that you just received a solution in reference to not knowing how to carry out your task while being cautious based on the message from your animal totem. By speaking to your higher self and getting guidance from her, you increase your vibrational frequency tremendously. Pardon me again, different setup. Papers are stuck together. Okay. So as I was saying, by speaking to your higher self and getting guidance from her, you increase your vibrational frequency tremendously, right? The scenarios I just explained requires you to be intuitive, meaning you must spend time in nature to increase your awareness. Also, take notes of what happens to you and around you while you're in nature. Spend quiet moments to yourself, and if you get a vision, write it down. One more thing. If you're over running water, ideas may come to you. That's how I got content from my vlog. I was over running water and all these ideas started popping in my head. So I stopped what I was doing to write it down. Okay, so write down anything that comes to you while you're over running water. Okay, it might be helpful, just like I got content from my blog. Okay, so your higher self gets your attention in various ways. She may send an animal totem, display an action, or speak through your ears telepathically. Normally when she speaks to my ears telepathically, she wants my attention immediately. If it could be urgent or something she wants me to carry out right away or do right away, I'll get it through my ears. Otherwise, it's other things. Okay. When you ask her for help, the answers are not always direct. This is where you must pay attention. For example, you're in a room and your attention is placed somewhere. You don't know why you're drawn there, so you investigate. Once you get there, you realize that you have gotten the help from your higher self. These are all telepathic things that's happening to you as you're doing these things. It's all telepathic, right? Happens in your head. So by noticing the patterns of your higher self and picking up messages at a fast pace, you increase your psychic abilities. Yes. While I was typing up the content from my vlog, a helicopter flew by 3 times. It's an affirmation that I'm on the right path and I'm guided and to trust the path I'm on. Sometimes I'm in nature, grounding and thinking positive thoughts helpful thoughts, things to better myself. Small planes fly over. I also write down the notes of what's taking place while I'm in nature. The small planes are messages or transitions between the physical and spiritual realm. It's the movement of thoughts or spirits around you. When they fly back and forth, you are in the state of sending and receiving, especially if you're writing when they flew by. And I was writing. Okay. You could be doing other things too, but you interpret it based on what you're doing. Okay? So, mind you, I was inside when all these, when the planes flew by, I was inside, not outside. So take the time to study yourself and interact more with your higher self. Okay? So that way you get a feel for how she operates, how she sends you messages to improve yourself. I am Anne. Thank you for listening.